Hi everyone, I'm Elisha Rajpal, and today I'm going to be talking about the magic of giving. So, I'm a magician, but I'm kind of a new one. I still drop cards sometimes, and I even once tried to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Except the rabbit bit me. So now I stick to cards, because they don't bite. Okay, that was my attempt in being funny. Anyways, I'm a 17-year-old who studies at Cathedral and John Connon School in Mumbai from the 11th grade. So outside of magic, I love to play the drums, solve the Rubik's Cube, play football, squash, create digital art, and of course skateboard like I said before. So basically anything that keeps me busy, away from studying, and curious. The funny thing is, I've been practicing magic for so long, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's that it's not about the tricks, but about the people. Because when you perform, you really have to sense your audience. Some are curious, some skeptical, and some secretly hoping you'll mess up. And that's not even the hardest part. The hardest part is that somehow you have to bring everyone into the exact same moment. But you know, although the trick remains the same, the story you tell changes with every person watching. And that's when I learned, magic teaches you more than how to use your hands. It teaches you how to read hearts. And for me, that's where my story of giving began. Have you ever realized that when you do something kind to help someone, smile at them, or even just listen to them, it changes their day, but it also changes yours? And according to me, that's the first trick of giving. Because when you give, you really create a connection. And connection, that's the real magic. During lockdown, when everyone was stuck at home, I began teaching a few kids how to solve the Rubik's Cube, both online as well as offline. It was small, casual, just something fun to do to pass time. But after a while, people began signing up. They started donating for charity. And I thought they were just being generous. But sooner or later, I realized it was something deeper. They were signing up because they wanted to connect. They wanted to be a part of something kind. They wanted to be seen, to be heard. And that's when I realized, when you give, it's not about the money or the size, but about the people, about the feeling of belonging. You don't have to be older, richer, or even famous to make a difference. You just need to start. Last year, I held my first little charity event. It was a little difficult, but it was only a few tricks, a few smiles, and a few hundreds of rupees raised. It wasn't much, but it felt big. But then this year, I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to have my own magic trick stall at an event called the Helping Hands Foundation. I had a goal to raise 25,000 rupees for charity, cancer patients to be specific. In the beginning, it seemed nearly impossible, raising 25,000 rupees for charity through card tricks as a teenager, but by the end of the day, we did it, together. And you know, the money was great, but the real reward was seeing strangers turn into supporters, people stopping by, laughing, talking. They were not giving because they had to. They were giving because they wanted to connect. They wanted to be seen, to be heard. And that's when I realized, when you use your own passion, your magic, your skill, you touch people, you make them smile. And you know, that feeling, that makes them want to give too. So when you help someone, you're not just helping someone else, you're also strengthening yourself. Because I feel that the more you give, the stronger you become. When you give, this kind of invisible energy comes to you. It's either emotional, mental, but sometimes it's also physical. It kind of pushes you towards your goals and reminds you what really matters. It shows you that when you give, that's when you get stronger, you feel empowered. I think that that's when it stops becoming an act and starts becoming a connection. That's the moment when it changes from the art of giving to the heart of giving. When you give, you don't lose, you gain. You gain not only power, joy, connection, but also that warm feeling that maybe, just maybe, you're making someone's world a little lighter. So I think that you should start small, use what you have, because when you give from what makes you you, you're not only giving from your hands, but you're giving from your heart. I think that, I know I've learned so many magic tricks, but I would like to show one of you guys my favorite one. So do I have anyone who would like to try a trick? So basically, this is one of my most favorite tricks, and it's one of the first few tricks I've learned. So when you tell me to stop, I'll stop moving my deck, okay? You can tell me to stop whenever you like. Stop? See the topmost card. Everyone can see it. So now for this trick, you can hold the deck. You have to look right into my eyes, okay? Try not to smile or give away your trick. So your card could be any card in this deck, 52 cards to be exact. Your card wasn't a diamond, it wasn't a spades, it wasn't a clubs, but it was a heart. It was the main card in the deck, the ace of hearts, right? You can see the deck. There were different cards. But this is my favorite trick because, no matter how many tricks I learned, I never want to learn the trick of making my heart disappear. And if I've learned something, it's that, when you give and when you show others, I'm inspiring you guys that to give from your own passion and your own power, because that's when it becomes meaningful. Thank you.